Uh-oh.
But it's too late. It's too late. She's gone.
All right, next up we have Kanye's late registration album, and your cut on here was Gone with Cameron. And
Heavy.
let me start this record.
Okay.
We spied and told who was.
This is the last track on the album, is that right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's too late.
Were you DJing for Kanye at that point?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah,
tell
I
us
came-
about your life at that point, 'cause that must have been crazy.
It's funny because it was kind of a double life.
Yeah.
In the sense that I had, one foot in the DJ circuit that, I'd been building in for years already.
Right.
I was done with battling, but just, this is pre-Fool's Gold. This is just me being out on the road playing early festivals and clubs, but also this was also an era when the cross-pollination of genres was just starting. So I would go to Europe and pick up some electronic stuff and bring it back and do mashup. This is the mashup era. This is the MySpace era.
Yep.
This is when walls were coming down.
Uh-huh.
I started working with Kanye right after College Dropout came out.
Yeah.
So in 2004, went on tour with him, and that turned into 4 years of touring. And basically between those tours, I would carry out what I was just talking about, my gigs, new projects, new creative partnerships, and just expanding even what it meant to be a DJ at the time, I think. But I was there as Kanye made this album, and it was interesting to see, first of all, this sort of the progression in the sense that from that point on, every new Kanye album was a new idea, a new sonic palette.
Right.
So many people were in love with College Dropout. He could have made 4 College Dropouts.
Of course,
or
yeah.
whatever, and that could have been his thing.
Yeah.
But when he made late registration and he brought in John Bryan and started experimenting, expanding the sonics.
Yes.
That was a sort of sign that every other album was going to expand in different ways too. Gone is my joint. I mean, look, I have to pick a Kanye song in my favorite records. He's my favorite artist.
Right.
And I'm not going to pick the obvious single.
Right.
You're not going
Gone
Gold
is-
Digger or nothing like.
Yeah, I don't know. I worked on Gold Digger. But, I mean, it's too easy to pick a single,
Right.
and there's certain singles that you sort of get tired of after
And
a
you're
while.
a Cameron fan, so
Yeah, I'm a
there you
Cameron
go.
fan. But the thing with Gone to me is just such a ill balance of just a hard ass beat and raps.
Yes.
Kanye's last verse
Uh-huh.
on Gone, which is the last verse of the album, he spazzes.
Yes.
To me, the last verse on this song is probably Kanye's best verse. Period.
The other piece of this record too is also, John Bryan had a heavy role in this whole album.
Yeah.
But the strings, I mean, the orchestral, I mean, he just added so much.
He added
you know?
he added so much without adding too much.
Right.
That's the other thing I love about Gone compared to what John Bryan did on, say, Diamonds from Sierra Leone or some of these other records. It didn't take over the song.
Right.
I love the fact that Gone is just a knockin' hip hop beat with
Yep.
one layer of surprising musicality, but
Yes.
it's still raw, it's still bare bones. It's some gritty hip hop shit.
Perfect way to put it, surprising, because you aren't really ready for those strings to come in, and when they do, I remember the first time I heard it, and when the strings came in, I was
moving.
like,
They keep taking you to-
this is good.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and Kanye, and we were just talking about Dilla, and he is heavily influenced by Dilla as
For
well.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I think with finding the surprising element, I think one thing that both Ye and Dilla have been great at in their beat making over the years is making surprising choices with production, but always keeping the anchor of fucking boom bap, of
Right.
Yeah.
knocking beats. This has the string section, especially in this bridge thing that's playing right now, is it sounds like almost some Hans Zimmer cinematic shit, but it's also a boom bap record.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The
It
beats
never
still go in.
exactly.
They didn't
It
EQ it out.
it never
It's still
gets too
kicking, yeah.
jazzy. It never gets too
Right.
art house. It keeps that foundation
Right.
of gritty hip hop.
And do you? I personally think this is Kanye's best record. My second favorite is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But where do you stand on your favorite?
As far as albums,
Yes.
Ooh, depends what day you ask me too.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, the first two, this one and
You know,
Oh, yeah?
College Dropout, yeah.
And then the other ones were good, but these two were like, whoa. He
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
on his, and the other thing is my introduction to Kanye was at a music seminar, I think in Miami or something, and he had just gotten to the accident.
Yeah.
And he was like on his panel, he's talking, he's really quiet, and everyone's like, this Kanye guy. And he grabs the mic and just says, listen, guys, my name's Kanye West. You guys are all college DJs. I really need you to support me.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
name's not on the wall. They really don't give a shit about me.
Yeah.
I'm like the 5th priority. And it was just like, whoa. I was like, this guy, we got to follow this guy.
Yeah.
I found this when we were digging through stuff, and this is the Rockefeller Records All-Star Calendar 2003-2005, and it's interesting. I'll put it down there first.
Dude, well, no, this is extra interesting because this is exactly the context in which I met Kanye, especially with Samantha Ronson's photo on
Wow.
here. So I met Kanye and Dame on a trip to London in 2004. The College Dropout was out, and there was a Rockefeller sort of like press trip
Right.
to London. And I was doing an in-store to promote my show, and that same shop got Samantha to come and perform when she was doing like guitar, singer-songwriter stuff.
Yeah.
And then Dame sort of linked me with Kanye, but this is exactly a slice of time
Right.
of when I linked with Kanye.
And what's really interesting is, I'm going to put this down so everyone
Yeah.
can see it, but what's really interesting is he was like voted least likely to succeed out of that whole class right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
no, seriously, like
Yeah.
he was,
Yeah.
because he funded Through the Wire himself, the video,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so I mean, like you look, some of those artists, like,
He loves to remind people.
yeah, ODB, that never came out. I think
Yeah.
MOP never came out.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about that, but I feel like, several of those artists never put records out, and Kanye self-funded his own record and now is like the biggest artist.